Hey guys, it's Eddie from Veurink's RV Center in Grand Rapids. We're definitely on the road today doing something a little bit different from our typical walkthrough of new floor models, new units, everything. So what we have today is we're going to do a quick walkthrough basically on Keystone as a company. So that's Keystone RV out of Indiana. So I have Mark Howell with me. He is going to be our rep, actually, that's over working in Grand Rapids with us quite often. So we're down here, down in Indiana, checking out Keystone, checking out their factory, and we're specifically going to be looking at Keystone Retreats, which is their destination trailer. So Mark, can you actually go in a little bit on kind of like the history of Keystone?
Yeah, actually, and you guys have carried the product and carried some of the Keystone line for about 10 years now. So it's this is just an extension of the typical models that you carry, and to add to your platform a little bit. A little bit about Keystone. It's been around for over 25 years, since the late 90s. It actually was founded by Cole Davis. And essentially what we wanted to do is devise a manufacturing process that was going to be the most efficient and put out niche products at that point, which are today's mainstream stuff. We are the largest towable manufacturer in North America. We send stuff even international, but most of it's going to be in the U.S. and Canada. But we've had over 144 different models, different floor plans with over 12 different brands just on the complex here today, and much more behind that. But the way that we've designed, and you've came through the complex, is every brand is independent from one another, which gives it ideal focus, so that you have a product specialist in every line that you carry, whereas a lot of manufacturers don't do that. And as Keystone as a company, most people look at our platform and see how we produce stuff and how we're set up, not only through engineering but customer service, but the manufacturing process, and try to emulate that. Some of your top names today that are in the market actually had been a part of Keystone at one point and went off and done their own stuff to emulate the kind of the same build. But we're still here, and we're still building their top brands. One out of every 4 camper in the campground is a Keystone product, which is some useful knowledge. And in as of 2018, we've developed, we actually retail sold our millionth recreational vehicle. So
that's awesome.
So we've done a lot of great things with manufacturing, meaning automotive. We have a platform right now on a TV commercial for GMC trucks, pulling one of our Fusion products down the road. So we have multiple different patents, anywhere from a Blade AC system to a Gigi box to a new kind of expandable wet bar or bar series that we have in some of our toy haulers that no one else can use. So we like to hang our hat on customer service, engineering, innovation, and product. One of the better products in the marketplace. So a little bit about Keystone and what that entails.
No, that's awesome. I mean, just giving some sort of like insight kind of on the history is always helpful for me, definitely as somebody that's a little bit newer into the RV industry, so kind of knowing that sort of information. I guess the big thing that we're going to focus on kind of in this video, just to check everything out, is we're going to be checking out like your guys' destination trailer, which I know is the Retreat, and there's the classically built and then the fiberglass. Well. So
we do 2 different styles in the Retreat, and let's kind of go back a little bit and kind of identify what a Retreat is and how it started. Under the Hideout name, which actually was Hornet, which was a Damon product prior to that, Keystone getting it. It now is in the market, and one of your top sellers and some of the top selling brands in the marketplace. But we had developed at one point a 38-foot model that was long enough that you could get in a travel trailer setting, that you could almost take it and just let it set someplace and use it for a cottage, if you will. That has evolved into this today, and there's quite a bit of things I'm going to show you what destinations are. Destination travel trailers aren't for everybody. They narrow down to a specific buyer. And when we get into it, you're going to understand that it's not really one that you want to tow around all the time. Could you do it? Yes, but usually to move it from site to site and or position it in place where you want to let it set. Some people still think they want to pull it, just depending on where you go in the United States. But But for the most part, we do that as an affordable way to have a cottage in a surrounding that you enjoy, whether it be a lake, whether it be a nice wooded lot, you name it, that's why we've designed it. We're a lot less affordable than buying a cottage or setting up a cottage. And we are a lot less affordable than the newest rave that everyone has seen going down the road, which were a tiny house segment, but a similar setup, which has helped us evolve. We're one of the top selling destination travel trailers in North America. We started building them as of 2008. And then evolved into what we have today, and a couple of those another model that I will show you is one with a loft in it, which is pretty unique.
Yeah, and it's kind of the idea that with everything becoming more and more expensive, and the housing market becoming more and more expensive, kind of to get into and get a place. This is just kind of providing buyers an avenue to still get that home residential feel while being a little bit easier, with being a little bit more flexible, where you can go somewhere, maybe next summer you want to go somewhere else. Let's pick it up and let's move it. So it just kind of gives you that freedom, which I think is awesome.
Yeah. So here in a little bit, I'm gonna show you some things outside that separate it from a normal travel trailer and some of the other competitive brands in the marketplace.
Yeah.
That makes it unique not only to Keystone but to you guys as a sales force.
Yeah.
And that's it.
All right, so now we're out here and we're going to check out the Retreat. So this is going to be the classically built version of the Retreat. So we're here still in Keystone's manufacturing plant. Mark is going to show us basically stuff that I can't explain very well, just because I'm not here, I'm not seeing them be built. I'm able to tell you all the features, tell you everything, but now I'm actually here and get a hands-on experience with Mark. So he's going to go through basically the floor construction, sidewall construction, roof construction, kind of to give you more information, and me as well, so I can portray it to you.
That's good. A lot of the questions that I get when someone sees this style of coach is say, how's it built, right? Yep. I mean, that's one of the key things. People that are buying stuff want to know what it's made of, right? The meat and potatoes of the product. Tell me a little bit about it. That's the key here. So with this style of coach is more of a traditional build. From when they started building recreational vehicles, this style of siding and structure is how they came out. Then we came up with an aluminum structure. So we build the Retreat product in a couple different lines. We do a traditional build line and we do a luxury build line. So we have encompassed 12 different floor plans that we have between the both. We also have 4 floor plans that are loft units, and we have 6 floor plans that are all washer dryer prep for those that want to do an all-in-one unit or a stackable unit on the inside. So let's dig in a little bit to the construction aspect, and we'll talk a little bit more later about what we offer as Retreat stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll start from the floor up. So when we build these, you are sitting on a 12-inch I-beam chassis, reverse cambered. And we do that reverse camber so that when you add the weight to that chassis, it's going to level it out, and it's going to be a solid foundation for the coach. On top of that structure, you're going to have a 4-inch subfloor, which we do 2x3 joists that run long ways of the coach, and then we do a 5/8-inch decking on the top. And in this setting, we do a one-piece decking. It's a material that we call Dynaspan, and Dynaspan has a 25-year warranty just on that structure itself. To go further than that, we also insulate that floor, right? So we go to a heated enclosed underbelly underneath, and then we insulate that 4-inch subfloor with R7 insulation, which is going to protect your plumbing lines. It's going to protect the overall environment from coming up and creating I just messed that up. Protect the underside of that coach from having the external environment come in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's dig into the wall structure a little bit. This is built just like your house. I mean, when we're talking residential appeal, we even build it in a residential appeal. All these are 16 on center studs. They are 2x2 studs that are spruce material. Mm-hmm. And the spruce wood is a little bit more durable wood than what most pine wood would do, eliminating a lot of knots and just rigidity of the wood.
Yeah.
It has a R7 batt insulation in there that we actually put it in sections. So when people think of batt insulation, they think one big roll all the way down the coach.
Top to bottom.
We actually glue the exterior portion and then put it in sections. When you do it in sections, it keeps the weight of that down. So when it gets heavy, you don't want it to shake down.
Yeah.
And that's what the glue and doing it in sections eliminates. All of it will run 16 on center, and then every 2 foot to 4 foot, we do a hurricane strapping system where we tie in the floor and we tie in the roof just to hold that together, so it's just for overall structural integrity over time. The roof itself has a 3/8 inch decking on it, fully walkable. You could get up there and maintain that roof. On top of that roof, it is a TPO material. Most of the industry is running anywhere from 15 to 18 year warranty on the TPO. We actually use in the Alpha Superflex roofing systems, which have a lifetime warranty when you maintain them.
That's awesome.
So we use that on all Keystone products. It's been a lifesaver for all of us. What I like about TPO versus the rubber membranes is that it typically won't leave that oxidization down the side of the coach or the chalking that you used to see streaking down the sides of the EPDM rubber. So that's a newer material. It's really resistant, meaning if this hit a low-lying branch, it's not going to puncture like a rubber membrane will. So TPO in our aspect, has a greater longevity, and it's more durable material.
Awesome. So one of the biggest fears that we get kind of at the dealership is that people are afraid of like slides leaking. They're afraid of basically having one on their coach, and a lot of times they get pushed towards a model that is like a non-slide coach.
Sure.
Can you kind of tell us what Keystone does to make sure that this actually is going to be like a functioning part of their
Absolutely. Just like your customers care about getting water penetration inside the coaches, we do too.
Yeah.
We don't want that. So in order for us to build a little more stable product or a solid product to the customer, we've done things to protect against it, and one of it being a slide out. Okay, so not only on the slide box itself, you have to make sure it maintains a true square.
Yeah.
So over the top of each slide, we use a laminated veneer lumber or an LVL header above it. And what that does is it spans across the top of the slide. It allows structural integrity of the roof over the top of the slide so it doesn't collapse, and it keeps that slide box completely square. Okay. To go a little bit further than that, we do little things that actually protect it. If you notice the slide itself, it actually tips away from the coach a little bit so you get efficient water runoff over the top of that.
Yeah.
To go even further, we use multiple sweep seals around the slide and then internally behind the slide. And then that metal piece that you see in there that looks like a little C-channel groove, we actually use that as a rain gutter. If water were to penetrate in back behind that slide, it catches in that gutter and pushes it away from it.
Yeah.
A lot of manufacturers don't do this in their process, and we do this because we want it to hold up too.
Yeah.
I mean, we put a badge on the front, and we'll get a shot of that in a minute, but we put a badge on the front of a 3-year structural badge. And as a company, that means if we've put it together, assembled it, it guards against the sidewalls, the slide boxes, all that stuff, that we're going to back that, right?
Yeah.
So we build a better slide system for that, right? All of your mechanisms on the slide are going to be a rack and pinion style, just like the steering in your car. You don't want it to go out, and they are electric. So you want to make sure that they work in cold environments, right? So a lot of times hydraulic, one of the items that they use in cold environments, tends to work slower, right?
Yeah, it causes some issues.
These will or not work at a faster rate than what electric does.
Yeah.
And rack and pinion, we talked about not ever wanting to go out. You don't want your steering to go out. So that being said, if you needed to override this because you didn't have power for some reason, there is a manual override right on the motor itself. And you could take a cordless drill and a star bit and run that slide in and out.
That's perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, because I feel like that's a big thing. Is it's water penetration. It's like, oh dang, I don't have any sort of 12-volt power. I have nothing that's been able to run this slide in and out. Is there a way that I can
manually override that? Yeah.
So I mean, that's really good information. And one of the big things too is one of the things that you've shown me is that when you actually try and stick your hand through here, with a lot of competitors, you can put your hand
all the way into the back.
Right, and I can touch the interior sidewall, but on
Yep.
this, there is no way that I can get my hand actually through there. And I think it's because of the C-channel that's right there too.
And it's that whole system combined into one. It's the manufacturing process, the construction of the sidewall itself, and down to how we build our slide boxes and implement them in the whole system together.
Yeah, and it's impressive. But let's check out the fiberglass model of this. We'll kind of go on some interior features and just
absolutely
keep going.
So we just looked at the 39 RDEN, and now we're going to check out the 391 FLFT, which is one of our loft units. As we dig in a little bit deeper, we have developed this line in two different segments: a traditional build and a fiberglass or a luxury build. The only difference that you are going to get, or your customers are going to see, is the fiberglass exterior. Right. So it is a pinch rolled wall. It's a process that we do here at Keystone. We have our own facilities. It's a controlled environment, not only with temperature, but humidity, everything. It is probably one of the most superior lamination facilities that we have in the marketplace. And by doing that, we get a complete bonded wall, right? Both walls are going to have the same R value. It's just whether you want a smooth exterior or you want traditional corrugated. Now, I will go back and say that this will save you about $5,500 to the customer, or customers can save about $5,500 by going to a traditional build. But if they want that upgrade, then this is what they get.
Yeah, and are there differences in floor plans? So you can get certain floor plans basically in the traditional, certain in the fiberglass style?
So when I mentioned we have 12 floor plans, there's only 6, but you either get them in traditional or fiberglass.
Okay, perfect.
So what differentiates, I can't even say it. The separation between the two is the one in the model lineup.
Okay,
so that's a 39 RDEN. This is a 391.
Okay.
So 39, 391. The one tells you that you're getting a fiberglass wall. Yeah,
and I noticed on this one, little bit taller ceiling heights, it looks like, and then also you have a drop frame.
Yes, so we on the last model we talked about a 12-inch chassis. We're still doing the same thing, but this is a drop chassis.
Okay.
And by doing that, what that'll allow us to do to gain more space in the height of the coach, right?
Yep.
So a drop frame is a great way to do lofts. And when you see a drop frame in fifth wheels, that gives you the opened up baggage doors that you see wrapping around the coach.
Oh yeah.
That's what drop frames do. It's just going to allow you to get more space and more usable space.
Absolutely. So now that we're here and we checked out everything kind of on the exterior, I'm really anxious to see like everything on the inside and some cool features that the Retreat can offer. Can we go check it out?
Yeah, let's check it out.
So super spacious right away.
Yeah. Listen, the best thing about this is residential ceiling heights, right? 9-foot tall ceilings on the inside, where most people are either at 78 inches, even down to 8 feet. Here you're at a residential height at 9 feet and on an upgraded house, right?
Yeah.
So, which then gives you 6-foot tall, 6'10" slide boxes, right? So now you don't have to duck and you don't hit your head on the slide.
Yeah.
It just gives you a lot of interior space. This wide body construction, coupled with the 36 and 24-inch slides, really opens the space up and gives you a lot of square footage of interior.
Now, usually, even large high-end fifth wheels are usually 101 inches wide. Now, this is 102, right?
Correct. 8.5 feet wide, and then take another 3 feet for this slide and another 2 feet for that. So now you're getting out to 10 or even sometimes 12 foot wide in some cases.
You have a lot of square footage.
Not only that, but the overall ceiling heights, when I say 9 foot tall, this thing is standing at 13.7 to the top of the AC at about 41 feet long.
Yeah.
So you're getting a ton of usable space and storage and a little bit of everything. This is one of my favorite floor plans just by the way it's laid out. The bedroom in the rear, your campsites out to the front. If you've got a lake to this side, you can check it out, or your campground or campsite that's out to this side so you can see everything out there. One thing that we've always done was we wanted to give you a lot of big tall windows on the inside to give you a lot of feel like that you're actually at a lake property or something like that. But it also allows us to do taller cabinets on the inside to get more storage into those. Taller, and like I said before, taller slide boxes, deeper slides to get more gear into it. Let's check out the upstairs, the loft that we the double side to the loft that, on this particular model.
Yeah, and this is one of, so this just came off the line. This is one of the last ones that you guys are producing right now.
Correct. After this leaves, they are all gone.
And it's ready to ship.
It is. Yep.
Awesome. So this kind of just shows that, I mean, it's already been, like, it's already had its pre-delivery inspection and everything. So it's
Yep, we actually
good to
brought
go.
this unit back to the plant just to show it to you guys.
Oh, awesome. Well, we appreciate it. I'm going to head up into the loft. So I didn't realize how spacious it was up here. So it's a double loft.
Yes. So check this out. This is why I like these units. If you don't want to sleep people, now you have an attic to store stuff. But if you do want to sleep people or have a home away from home, we have 2 bunk mats that'll fit there. We prep it with USB ports, 110 receptacles, a little nightstand, and also a place to put a TV.
Yeah.
This particular side is about 36 inches to the top of the roof from the base. This side is 24. It is a little bit smaller on this side, but it still is a nice place to sleep somebody if or a little one if you want that. To add some privacy, we actually even put a privacy curtain across the front. Now that will give you some privacy when you're up in the bunk, so that the kids can get on their iPads or do whatever at night. So.
No, this gives you a ton of extra sleeping space. And like you said, I mean, it might be just you and your spouse that have this, basically camped somewhere. You're there for the entire summer, but if you have, say, your grandkids, your kids coming to stay with you, I mean, you're going to have some sleeping out there, but this gives you most of your usable space.
What I like about this, if you don't want to use that space, you don't have to, right? Now you've got extra storage. But just like you said, if you want to bring more people to enjoy your spot, your favorite spot, you can do that. You have plenty of places to sleep them. Where in some of the models that are out there today, you don't have that ability. That's why the loft units have been one of our top sellers, just because of the versatility that they offer to the customer.
Yeah, this and then also just the higher ceiling heights are fantastic. Is this, so the 391 FLFT, is this one of the floor plans that has washer and dryer prep, or is it not?
It is. So both of the loft units and the MKTS, which you guys don't have yet, those are all equipped with washer dryer prep. So like you said, when you want to bring friends, family, relatives, all that good stuff along, and you want to be able to wash clothes and do things like that, it gives you the ability to do so.
So at Veurink in Grand Rapids, we do have one of these in stock, so I kind of wanted to touch on like the features of this upfront bedroom. So I mean, it does give you a lot of space and a lot of like open natural light.
So as you can see, we're going to start to the bedroom and work our way forward, but this is unique in its own entity just because of depending on where this is set up, you have your big bay window right offside the bedroom, so if you want to wake up in the morning and see the sunshine come in, you can do that. We do hard wood blinds, which are plantation style blinds that you see in a lot of southern houses. Not only that, but ample amount of storage all throughout. There's countertops all across the front. You've got hanging wardrobe, you've got drawers. But the biggest thing underneath this king bed is finished underbed storage that actually you can get to from the outside.
And that's massive.
Yes, so you could put anywhere from luggage to bins to you name it. Bed sheets, who cares? Anything will fit in there. Also, we want to kind of point out, and we talked about it when we were in the loft, but this also has a full hanging wardrobe with 2 mirrored doors to the closet. But inside that closet is a washer dryer prep for a stackable unit and or an all-in-one. So we have, like I said, 3 different floor plans that allow you to do that, which makes it unique.
So I get to spend a lot of time with a lot of different manufacturers. So I get to kind of pick and choose which things that I like about certain campers. You being someone who's got to spend a lot of time with this, you get to see kind of how it's built, you get to see the final product, and you get to see it like the whole way through. Like a few things that I kind of like is I love that as a 16-gallon water heater. Yeah. I think that's more than enough basically for everybody that you're camping with. Yeah. I like that it has huge ceiling heights. I like that it has like a residential feel with a double basin sink. Like I think these are things that may not be important to everybody, but it's important to me.
But it stands out to you, right?
Yeah, like do you have a few things that you think are
You know what, there's
awesome?
multiple things that I enjoy about this coach, and not only I'm going to be a little bit biased, but after I dig into really what we're using in the coaches, it really stands out, and it makes me even kind of like it or gravitate it toward a little bit more.
Yeah.
One of them is going to be the central vac system. We use it in all of our travel trailers and fifth wheels. But imagine carrying a home vacuum cleaner with you when you go camping, where this is in every unit, installed in every coach that you get.
From your Springdale to your Montana.
Exactly. So, well, in Keystone Hideout specific,
in Hideouts,
not every brand uses it. So I really like to hang my hat on that stuff. But little things like that are one. The solid surface countertops are another one with the light underneath. Down to the range that we're using, most people are going to use a slide-in range. We've separated it. We've done it more in a residential and a farmhouse style appeal, and done a cooktop with an oven below. Which is unique. So what I like about this, if one goes out, you can replace it. If one goes out in that setting, you're replacing the whole thing. Right? Yeah. So it is the sealed burner cooktops. It's got the metal grates on the top of it as well to protect the inside. It has a high altitude burner on the inside, which is a cool little feature. Down to the refrigerator. I'm an appliance guy, and I really like this because most manufacturers, when they put a refrigerator in, we actually used a counter depth refrigerator on the inside. It's a bottom out version versus you spend 75% of your time in the top part of the refrigerator, so that gives you the accessibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little bit easier than most coaches than putting your freezer stuff down below. It's also prepped for if you wanted to add in a ice maker, you could do that, right?
Yeah.
Down to this 50-inch TV. All of them are equipped with 50-inch TVs that we do, but in this specific floor plan, they even went a little bit further. They added hidden storage in behind the TV, which is very unique. Storage is the key here, right? So that is a neat little feature that I enjoy. The fact that it does theater seating across from the TV, which is there. You pull the lever, the bottom comes up, and now you can watch your favorite movie, get a remote, all that good stuff. Down to independent zone lighting, where if you wanted to dim the lights, you could do that in every section. Instead of turning off one main light, you can actually pick your zone that you're in and shut it down.
A little bit more
and
customizable.
then create a different environment. Another cool aspect of this is you see a freestanding table and chairs. I also see storage in these chairs, which you have little under-seat storage in the bottom half of these. So if you want to put
cards,
board games, whatever you can fit in there, silverware for all that matters. Down to a water purifier, which most people don't even think about it. Why in a destination coach now you can have your own purified water, which most manufacturers don't even do that. You pointed out the residential sink. I really like the residential style sprayer hose. The countertops, if you don't want to use it, you could use the cutting boards in there, or you could cover it up and have a 60-40 or a 70-10 basin, if you will.
Yeah.
Right? And as a wine drinker, I appreciate the wine rack above the refrigerator. Yeah, so you can put your favorite bottles of wine up there. Those are just some key things that stand out to me.
So this has been really exciting for me, being somebody that hasn't been down to basically see where things are manufactured in an industry that I'm very, very fond of. So we got to check everything out, and I guess, could you give us just like a quick recap on a few things that we went over?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for coming down and checking this stuff out. We don't always have an opportunity to do that in our busy schedule, so thanks for taking time out of your schedule to do so. But I'm excited for the lineup being a good fit for the dealership, right? Just a quick recap on what it entails. I mean, we're offering over 41-foot travel trailer lengths and models, right? Anywhere from 75,000 MSRP all the way up to 90,000. So you have it'll fit just about any family in an affordable home away from home, if you will.
Yeah.
And just to give you an idea, for those that want washer dryer prep, we have 6 models in between the luxury and traditional build that have the washer dryer prep. We have 4 models between traditional and laminated that actually have the lofts that we got to check out earlier today. So in a synopsis, if you don't have it there, your customers will have the ability to get one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate kind of the time that you've taken for us and showing me around, showing me everything, getting me to know it's not a new product, but it's a new product to me and to Veurink as a dealership.
Yep.
So just wanted to say thank you from the Veurinks family. Again, this is Eddie at Veurinks and Mark Cowell at Keystone, but that's it for us.